It is almost never a good idea for a grandparent to get guardianship of their minor grandchildren in Texas. Does that shock you? I'll tell you why in just a minute. My name is Laura Hurd, and I'm an attorney in San Antonio, Texas, who practices family law and probate law, and I've been doing that for over 34 years. And oftentimes, grandparents will come to me and say that they want guardianship of their grandchildren because the parent cannot take care of the grandchildren. And I tell them nearly every time, you don't want a guardianship. You want a managing conservatorship. Guardianship is a construct of the probate courts. It works really well in cases of an adult who cannot care for themselves and they need someone to make sure that they have food, clothing, and shelter and that they're not a harm to themselves. But for a minor grandchild, a guardianship is the most expensive route to go and the most restrictive route to go. You have to answer to the court for everything you do. You have to do annual audits and you have to put up a bond. Whereas in a managing conservatorship, you step into the shoes of the parent. And we can do a non-parent managing conservatorship. Just like when you get divorced and you have one parent who has visitation rights and another parent who has managing conservatorship of the child, you can do that between the parents and the grandparents in such a way that you're able to manage how much visitation the parents have with the grandchildren, whether it's supervised visits, no visits, or plenty of visits with the grandchildren. Some parents and grandparents actually co-parent the grandchildren. Sometimes later on, the parent gets their life together and the grandparent is happy to turn the children back over to their parent. And they're able to do that with a modification of the joint managing conservatorship. So be sure you explore all your options and don't just assume that you need a guardianship. Generally, a managing conservatorship is a better way to go if you're talking about minor children.